Hello everyone, I'm Jay,
I'm Val.
and today we are here at the Mount Carmel complex just outside of Waco, Texas. This is going to be a heavy one. This is a place 30 years ago where a group of people called the Branch Davidians had a standoff with ATF and FBI and local enforcement, I guess, right? For 51 days. And it didn't end up going too well with several members of the ATF and a bunch of members of the Branch Davidian passing away. What are you looking forward to on this complex, Val?
I'm not sure yet. It's going to be very somber, that's for sure. You don't want to see anybody lose their lives over the different things. And everybody's got their opinion about what happened here. In my eyes, both parties were wrong from what I've read and what you heard on the news. So I'm just interested to see what's here.
Yeah, I mean, we had to come out and see this for ourselves, especially with it being the 30-year anniversary. We just wanted to check out what was left and also and learn a little bit about what was going on here so that we can form our own opinions. So come along with us as we Jay and Val around the Mount Carmel complex, where they called it the Mount Carmel Massacre happened.
So right here, this is the remnants of the buried bus. This place is so surreal. But you can see how it was burnt out and what's left of it. It says, Jay. Oh, fine.
Okay, so where we're at now, this is probably the last remnants of the buildings on the complex. After everything was burnt down, 30 years later, all they have left is some cement. Basically, I guess this would be their basement. Just amazing that this whole place was a big, huge inferno. And I don't even know why. It's crazy. This is what's left 30 years later.
So here's the swimming pool. This is where the families and the kids and the moms could have fun swimming and enjoying themselves during the days. Um, this is pretty much the last component of the complex that's left, that's intact, that you would even have a clue of what it is.
So as we come up to this says the vault where the mothers and children were gassed. It's all filled in with rocks, and it's got water in there now from the rains that passed through. I can't even imagine being gassed. To me, it just seems horrific that that would be a way to pass away, you know? So right here we're looking at a church. It was built in 1999 after everything happened in 93. A pastor came, resurrected this church right on the edge of where all of the buildings were that were destroyed in the, what they call the Mount Carmel massacre. And here they have a memorial stone for the BATF officers who lost their lives February 28th, 1993. So here, they even put a little monument in the remembrance of all the men, women, and children who were victimized at the bombing of the Oklahoma City Federal Building, April 19th, 1995, which was exactly 2 years after the Waco massacre.
So all these trees lining the path, they're called myrtle trees. And there's 84 of them that have been planted. One for each person that passed away. So this here is the wall with all of the victims' names on them. It lists all the children, the women, the men, everybody that was killed here. This is a very sombering place. Got very emotional up at the house site at the complex. Don't do that very often, but this one kind of got to me a little bit. Just knowing all the kids that were, the innocent children that were killed.
Okay, Mom. So we made it out here to the Mount Carmel compound. What did you think about this place?
Well, I definitely thought that it was well worth coming to, and that I learned so much about it, and that I just didn't realize how many people had died, how many women and children, and that this is something that you really need to know, because we don't really need to repeat it again. It's not something I'd ever want to have repeated again.
For sure. I mean, when it comes to history, this is one of the most tragic ones.
Yes, it certainly is. And this was the 30th anniversary. And as I'm looking, I'm seeing all of these dark ones, age 2, age 6, age 6, age year and a half. Children shouldn't have had to die like this.
Alrighty. Our experience here to Mount Carmel compound is over. What did you take away from today?
We actually got to talk with somebody that gave us some history on things. Learned some things that I had no clue about, that they didn't teach you when this happened. You know, there's always two sides to every story, and I don't think we have heard even a smidgen of the stories, of the truth of what happened here, really. Got very emotional. didn't realize we were standing inside the middle of the building when we were standing on the ground up there, and I cried. So,
Yeah, this is a heavy place for sure. There was a lot that went on here. Terrible, terrible things happened here. And when you listen to one side or you listen to another side, when it all comes down, both sides were kind of wrong. And it doesn't make sense. And there's still, 30 years later, many, many questions. They will probably never be answered. And innocent, or maybe not innocent people, because again, depending on the stories, had to lose their lives. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below.
tell us your opinion, what your thoughts are.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It'll keep you in the loop. It'll let you know when our next videos come out. We want to thank you for coming along with us today and hanging out with us and experiencing this with us. And we want to thank you for Jay and valing around with us.